I'm joined once again by Manisha Thakor, personal finance expert and author of Get Financially Naked. In this segment, Manisha joins us to answer some viewer questions. All right, Manisha, thanks so much for sticking around. We're going to jump right in with the first question from Benjamin. He writes in asking, I have over $175,000 in student loans and I'm just graduating from law school. Am I on financial track? What do you think?
Well,
presumably he'll have a pretty good paying job, right?
I was just going to say it depends in what direction Benjamin decides to take his legal career. If Benjamin is in a career where he is going to be earning in the six figures, which many lawyers do, then yes, he is on track. I want to highlight the math here. So let's say, for instance, Benjamin takes 10% of his gross income each year and sets it aside for debt pay down. And let's say his taxes are 40%. Just between debt pay down and taxes, that's half his income. Now let's add in housing a cost of 30%. That leaves him with 80% accounted for, 20% for everything else. So he is on track if he's making a good salary. If he's not, he's really going to have to rein in those expenses.
Absolutely. All right. Well, good luck, Benjamin. We think you're doing well. All right. Next question comes from Trisha. It's a tweet. How do I figure out my retirement number? That's good. That's a very good question.
No, it is, and I love these new ads going around with, what's my number?
Yes.
So there are a lot of different calculators that you can use online, but here's my simple formula. Guesstimate how much you think, what kind of income you think right now you would want to have to live your dream life in retirement. Take that, let's say it's $100,000. Now I want you to take what you estimate you'll get from Social Security, which you can check with go on to socialsecurity.gov and get your estimate. I'm going to say it's $20,000. So you've got $100,000 minus $20,000, that gives you $80,000. Multiply that number by 20, and that will give you your retirement figure. So in Trisha's case, the number is $1.6 million. It's a very simple back of the envelope, but it equates to a 4% sustainable withdrawal rate, and that little calculation right there will be 80-90% accurate.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
But don't some people, because you're saying imagine the life that you'd want to live. Don't most people then imagine an extremely unattainable life?
They do, and part of the reason I say imagine the life you want to live is so you can see with a simple equation, multiply it by 20, that's the number you need. So then maybe you will change.
Adjust the life you're imagining just a bit, right? Maybe the yacht is not necessary.
Exactly.
All right.
Great a little boat in the floater pond in the back, the inflatable pool.
It'll do just fine. All right. Now this question comes from Hobie, and he sent it in via Facebook. I've been contacted by a debt collector for $20,000 in old credit card debt, but I'm barely making it right now. What are my options? Now Hobie doesn't say how old this debt is.
Yeah, and that's a key question. So there are three options. One is to pay the debt, which Hobie said he can't. Two is to try and settle the debt, and three is to declare bankruptcy, which we hope he doesn't have to do. When it comes to settling the debt, the key question is, has the debt been sold by the original creditor, or has the creditors hired a debt collection agency, and how old is the debt? I'm going to assume it's less than 7 years old. It's active. He still needs to deal with it. If the creditor still owns it, you want to talk to the creditor, see if you can make a settlement. If it has been sold, this is important, oftentimes debt gets sold for a penny to 7 cents on the dollar. So if you offer up 10 cents on the dollar, $2,000 on that $20,000 loan, it might be a win-win. The collector makes money and you get rid of the debt.
All right, so he just has to find out who's behind those phone calls.
Who owes, exactly.
That's right. All right, good luck, Hobie. All right, next question comes from Teresa. I'm divorced and recently dating. My boyfriend has asked me to co-sign on his son's student loans. Is it okay to say no? Red flag here, right?
Yes, it is okay to say no. Just say no.
Yes.
I worry whenever a boyfriend or a girlfriend asks their significant other to co-sign on anything, but especially student loans, because those things stick on you like fly on fly paper. They can't be discharged in bankruptcy. And if the boyfriend's son decides to default on those loans, this poor woman is now going to be solely responsible for them. That's what she's legally agreed to.
And she says she's recently dating him. It's not like they have a long-standing relationship.
Yeah, I mean, N-O, capital letters.
Teresa, we're giving you full confidence to say no. All right, Manisha Thakor, thank you so much for answering our viewer questions today.